From a professional soccer career to becoming a driving force in the mortgage industry, Brian Covey has shown what it takes to find your competitive edge. Get off the sidelines and get in the game. Find your competitive edge with Brian Covey.
Hey guys, wow. The episode we just filmed with Rob Luna, you guys are going to want to tune into this. It was action-packed. Everything from how do you actually invest your money, where to invest your money, what are some of the lessons we learned from 08, 09 in housing, should you buy a house today, where should you be investing to actually build true wealth and potentially even build a company to exit, and we got into one of my favorite topics, faith. So this was one of those episodes that I knew preparing for Rob. If you guys don't know Rob, you want to go back to this and look. He's obviously got an impressive resume. He speaks on CNBC, all these things with Fox and all this, and he calls himself a wealth strategist, which I would say he's way more than that. And what I took away today in some of my notes, his book, Close Your Wealth Gap. All of us have a gap today. You're at a point A and you want to get to this point B. You're probably not sure how to get there and what the steps are to actually make those moves to get closer to your dreams. Well, I'll tell you, today we covered a couple things for me, really to rethink not only my entrepreneur journey, but also my entrepreneurial journey and how those, I could think bigger about exiting a company, building a company with people that could actually be built to be sold one day. Most of us are thinking about, how do I move my hourly rate up? How do I just make more money? Maybe I'm gonna get my side hustle going. Whatever it is there, Rob dove deep into the first step for you is to become an authority. And so we started there and then we moved on to where people want to be and they skip the steps. But to become an authority, what I took away is it's your skills, both soft skills, your hard skills, what you bring to the market, what are people willing to pay you for in your experiences, and what can you actually help other people with? Look, what I have found in my own career is when I can help people solve problems, they will pay me to do so. They'll give me their time, their energy, their talents, and things that are there. And so take a look back, and we talked about reverse engineering what you're great at and what has brought you success. Go back over your best months, your best quarters, your best years. What were you doing? Who were you around? And what were the things that actually drove revenue and income to you? You see, I believe once we go back and we actually do that, almost autopsy of what we've actually performed in the past, and we look at the results, we can have a clear picture. And we talked about clarity to move forward. Most of us lack the clarity, and I know I have in my own journey. There's been times where I'm like, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do that. And my friend Rory Vaden shares this all the time. Diluted focus gets you diluted results. And we talked about too many of us are scattered. We have too much on our plate, and we're not really focused on the things that move the needle and get us off the hamster wheel and produce results. So we need to figure that out and become the authority today. The other thing we talked about, which was really important in my own journey, and many of you are either in this season or you're going to be, but it is that season where you're just doing everything you have to do. And I remember when I started as a loan officer and I actually was coaching soccer at the same time. But you're going to move into this stage at some point where you need to hire other people on your team. You need to outsource things. You know, Rob and I both were joking about, man, I remember the first time that we hired someone to cut our yard. I was like, well, shouldn't I be doing that for our family and doing all those things? And I remember we had 2 young kids. And it's like at some point I made decisions that were best not only for my mental health, but also my financial health. And so start looking at things today that you could outsource to people. Most recently on our team, we started to outsource video editing. Look, that is very inefficient for us to continue to do that and keep up with trends and to be great at something that I truly do not want to be great at. But it is important for our business and it's important for us to grow. And so outsourcing something like video editing with all the technology that exists on AI, you want to make sure you have got that built into what you are doing today. So those are some examples. You want to go back through this and figure out, is it a great time to buy? We broke that down. What are going to happen with interest rates? Well, we talked about that as well. So make sure you like, subscribe, leave us some comments, and make sure that we know that we are delivering value and what that was for you. And we'll catch you on the next episode. See ya.